لا يزال الخير حيا لا يزال إن في الدنيا سلاما وظلال.
Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I start in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most merciful, the most just. All praises, glory and gratitude belong to Him for the works that we do. Now as he is where Muhammad hijab and I was getting attacked. Yeah? So on the left you can see, right here, this is the main culprit with the old man with noodle hair that looks like Queen Elizabeth was the first one to do this to Muhammad hijab's face. Over here, you can clearly see Muhammad hijab being punched. And here, Muhammad hijab had to be escorted by police for his own safety.
So much for the MMA there.
And we have got some friendly FLA thugs. They were quite friendly that day, as you can see, punching from behind. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to read my speech that I was meant to read on that day. Yeah? So, make sure the mic's pick up, yeah? Okay. So I was going to start off with a philosopher called Voltaire. Yeah? Voltaire said, I despise what you say, but I will defend to death your right to say it. Now this is what I was looking for that day. But what happened was the opposite. That day, they fought us to death, so they didn't allow us to talk. They fought us to death, so I do not read this. And this is my speech. I defend the right of anyone to question and criticize my religion or any other way of life. And that is the reason why we give dawah, calling people to Islam, so people can criticize and educate themselves in the process of doing so. But we need to know the difference of freedom of speech and hate speech. Was it not the freedom of hate speech that eventually led to the Holocaust? Was it not the freedom of hate speech that led to the killing of innocent non-Muslims in Manchester and London Bridge attacks? Was it not the freedom of hate speech that caused Joe Cox, the MP, to get murdered by Thomas Mayer? Was it not the freedom of hate speech that caused Darren Osborne, who got radicalized by Tommy Robinson, to run innocent non-Muslims over? And the list goes on. So if you are here to defend the freedom to criticize and question ideologies, I am with you. But if you want the freedom to spew hate, which comes at the cost of innocent lives, then I'm against it with all my might and power. Can I have water, please, bro? Yeah?
What were you going to say? Very clever boy. No one's ever said that before.
Okay. Bar coffee. Can hold it. Why is it the main focus of freedom of hate speech defended just to attack Islam by the ultra-right? Let me ask you all a question to ponder upon. And I was going to say this to the audience, of course.
The halal joke.
The difference between me and most of the speakers today is not that I'm the only one that is halal. I hate terrorism, whoever is done by. I hate child exploitation, not because majority of the perpetrators are white, middle-aged men.
Terrible. No one liked the halal joke.
Or advocated by Tommy's best buddy Milo. I hate grooming gangs, not because majority are Asian men who have used vulnerable, innocent white girls.
I'm Asian.
I hate human traffickers who are selling young ethnic kids from country to country. However, Milo, Tommy Robinson, Katie Hopkins, Britain First, hate terrorism when it's only done by Muslims. They hate grooming gangs only when it's done by Muslims. And that to me is sickening. I hate the act, not because of the one who's doing it, but because of what he or she is doing that's destroying lives. We have had these discussions on YouTube, on my YouTube channel many times, which you can find by searching me and Muhammad hijab channels, and hear it from a Muslim. Would you go to Hitler to learn about Judaism? Of course not. So why go to people that hate Islam?
False equivalency. Why did you want to go?
Every civilized society which believes in free speech has also recognized that free speech has limitations. Free speech should not be confused with a license to abuse.
I'm trying to get my legs.
Most democracies forbid slander, defamation, misleading advertisement, and freedom to reveal state secrets. The argument many right-wing, ultra-right proponents are making is one which is specially focused on the freedom to offend minority groups. The argument is that Islam has become a protected minority group and that free speech should allow us to attack Islam as a religion. To counter this, we can talk internationally about Muslims being burnt in Burma, 1 million killed in Iraq, or tortured in Guantanamo, while the West looks on. However, today I will not talk about that or use this argument. I just wonder why the ultra-right is disproportionately focused on Islam, when laws in this country have in fact aimed to protect other religious groups. It was only 10 years ago where actual Christian blasphemy laws were amended from common law. Jews are protected in many European countries from the free speech of someone, however unjustifiably denying the Holocaust, for example. The far right has said nothing about Jews' special rights. It will be interesting to know if any of today's speakers would want to defend someone's right to defend Holocaust denial, poppy burning, or burning the English flag. Whatever the reason, I don't care. As a voice of the Muslim community, I want you to know that we do not need added rights as minority groups in this country, but we do demand equal treatment. The same philosophers who champion freedom of speech, like J.S. Mill, also championed protecting minorities. They were particularly concerned with what is referred to as tyranny of the majority.
What about me?
If we are to be consistent, we must be concerned with the same thing. Today, I could have, as others have, accused the other speakers as being neo-fascists or neo-Nazis. I haven't done that, and I don't intend to do that. That's not productive. There are parallels between the ultra-right and interwar Germany and Italy, which you should be aware of. The ultra-right is also ultra-nationalist, assimilationist, and white separatist. One of the first things Hitler did after putting through the Enabling Act was pass restrictions of Jewish people who he, as you know, thought was the germ that was infecting society. The ultra-right stressed anti-Muslim immigration, the stoppage of building of mosques, and restrictions of so-called Islamification. Hitler told his people the Jews and the communists were the ultimate problem. And today, the ultra-right is saying exactly the same thing about Muslims.
You've added stuff.
Finishing off, today I want to offer a personal invitation to everyone listening here to share your grievances with us, the Muslim community, and we will do the same with you. If you want to come to Speaker's Corner next week or join us breaking our fast in Ramadan 2 weeks from now, and we can explain what Islam is from our perspective. We will listen to your perspective and allow you to air your concerns about our community. It is in this restorative justice type set where we can move forward as respected communities. Now, you know, Daki? Can I have water? I don't need cupping. Can I have water? Now guys,
difficult crowd, Alex.
Now guys,
They didn't get your joke though.
that was, I specifically rehearsed that. I made sure that it's under 5 minutes, yeah? Because they said to me very clearly, Ali, you have 5 minutes to speak.
That wasn't on the
And then
he added like
I said, you know what? I'll even beat my time. I'll try to do it in 4 minutes, 32 seconds. Just allow me on the stage. Now, brothers and sisters, why am I against hate speech so much? Why am I against it? Let me tell every single one of you guys why I'm against hate speech. Do you know these people? Do you know them?
Scientologists.
Does anybody recognize these two faces?
I am. I'm seeing.
This is a girl, a young, white, innocent girl that got killed, if I'm not mistaken, in Manchester bombings.
I didn't say nothing.
The person on the left, the person on the left, in America, a Somalian sister was butchered and thrown to the bushes in some park somewhere. Why did this happen? Why did this happen? Why? Because of hate speech. I am against hate speech with all my might and power, because I do not want innocent people to die. What did this white girl, this innocent white little girl do to die?
Oh, poor little white girl.
What did she do?
I'm sorry, I think you still got something else.
You're disgusting.
I apologize.
Yeah, you apologize. You're just a disgusting person. Leave him, leave him, leave him, leave him. Leave him. Leave him, leave him. Leave him.
I said sorry. I thought we said about Lucy.
Guys.
I thought we said about Lucy.
Brothers, allow me to talk.
Don't lynch me, man.
Allow me to talk.
Don't lynch me.
Allow me to talk.
I apologize. I thought we were talking about Lucy.
The same goes with grooming gangs. Innocent girls, be they Asian girls, white girls, whatever background. These people, these are stuff that we need to speak up to. And Islamophobia, Finsbury Park, our sisters are getting their hijabs ripped off their head. They're getting run over. We're getting death threats. Why? Because of hate speech. If there is one person that would agree with Tommy Robinson, it would be ISIS. And Anjem Chowdhury supporters, they'll say, yes, give us the right, that freedom speech, so we can speak more hate and more innocent people will die. We are against that.
What's about racial hate speech? Yeah, house
now,
house Negro,
here is evidence. Here is evidence that nobody has seen. Nobody has seen. These are messages that I had to ask Lucy to give me permission to put out here. Yeah? Nobody has seen these yet. Nobody has seen these yet. Do you guys remember Tommy Robinson doing a live video? And in his live video he was asked, is Ali Dawah talking? He said yes, he will be the idiot of the day. Yeah, no, he said he's our surprise guest, the idiot of the day. Check this out. Check this out. When I heard that there's rumors going that I'm not allowed to talk, I messaged Lucy and I said, I'm seeing videos saying I'm not speaking tomorrow. She said, ignore them. It's drama. They were getting attacked. They were getting attacked verbally because they did not want me. People were saying, I don't want to travel 5 hours down there and listen to this Muslim guy. I said, but apparently Tommy's been saying that. What's the problem?
I just don't like you.
This is what Lucy said. Listen very carefully. Tommy in his live video said, Ali Dawah will be our surprise guest. Brother, my brother. Brother, can you tell him? Brother, wallahi, if you're going to do me a favor, let them talk. Let them talk. Now, what did Lucy say? In Tommy's live video, he said, Ali Dawah was our surprise guest. Look what Lucy says. I think he wants it to be a surprise. I think he wants it to be a surprise. So he's trying to tell people you're not coming. I'm thinking maybe it's more exciting. Now, my point that I'm trying to make.
A wife and 2 kids.
Where's the?
He should have spoken. Let's just say that. He should have.
Now, when I arrived on the day, what did they say to me? This is what I was told. This is what I was told. Tommy Robinson said, I didn't invite Ali.
So what?
I didn't invite Ali.
Does this matter?
1 second.
So what?
Now, the point here is this. He didn't invite me. Okay.
I'm very happy.
I come there. I speak to this lady. And this lady says, Ali, basically, she went and spoke to Tommy and said, Ali, you did not come to a security briefing. So I was like, hold on a second. First, I'm being told, Tommy's saying, I knew nothing about it. Can you imagine? His own Facebook, he doesn't know anything about posts. His own personal assistant, if Lucy was told clear cut, Ali is not speaking, do you really believe Lucy's going to say, you know what, there you go, mate, no way. So it's very clear, Tommy had a plan. The plan was either this, and this is a speculation. I'm being honest. Either he brought me there to waste my time, or he knew it's going to be a hostile environment. He said, I'll get him here and not let him in.
We all knew it was going to be a hostile environment.
Now, this lady says, you didn't come to the security briefing. Well, let's ask the organizer, was there a security briefing? Can I have water, please? This is Lucy. None of our speakers were asked to attend security briefing. Night. Janaza, we'll bury it in a minute. Now,
Hey, Sorrow, what you saying?
Oh, this.
Used to be Gawanage. I can't hear you. Say it a bit louder.
Now, who's seen this video?
What's that got to do with Lucy?
Who's seen this video? Has anyone seen this video? Come on, guys. I need you to talk. Has anyone seen this video? You know, these are Tommy's friends. You know what they said? They said if he was to come on stage, there would have been chaos and bloodbath. And I'm like, bloodbath? Bloodbath? What kind of bloodbath? I'm thinking this is a freedom of speech event. Why would there be bloodbath? Why would there be bloodbath?
Get ready for a fight.
Now,
Where's my gum shoe? Where's my gum shoe? Who are you? Where's my gum shoe?
today, one thing I want to talk about is Lucy's rights. Lucy is a female who used to work for Tommy Robinson. Yeah? Brother, let them talk. Brother, please. Brother, please. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. Why did Lucy get fired? Why did Lucy get fired? This is what Lucy said. And I salute her. You know why? Because Allah says in the Quran, stand up to justice, truth, even if it's against yourself. Lucy did that and it came at the cost of her losing her job. I salute her. This is one of the tweets that she made that cost her job. If you oppose Antifa attacking me, but do not oppose DFLA attacking Mohammed Hijab, then you are a hypocrite. We thank Lucy for the determination and the courage that she stood up for. She is a true person that believes in freedom of speech. Now, we was being shouted, pedo, yes? You heard it, yeah? While we was being called pedo, a pedo called Milo was on stage. A pedo called Milo, a real pedo, yeah? What was he doing on stage? Talking. And this is the same man who believes a little young boy having sex, 13-year-old boy, having sex with another man. It's calm. It's okay. So while they were chasing us out saying pedo, I was going to say, mate, go back to the VIP section. There's a real pedo in there who wants to talk. Yeah? Now, I want to mention, sorry, now who remembers this campaign? Yeah? Everybody, there was a little campaign going on, yeah? What was the campaign? They all have their sellotape, and when it's their turn to speak, they rip it off. Guess what? Everybody took it off except me. I was like this. I was just like this. Can I take it off? No, you're a Muslim. Freedom of speech for everyone but you, mate. So that day, I was the only one who couldn't take that tape off.
Why didn't you take it off, Ali? Yeah, you were supposed to do yourself.
Oh, sorry.
Ali supports.
And our dear friend, who's very close to my heart, Tommy Robinson. I've not spoken to Ali Dawah at all. Sorry for the confusion. He's not speaking at the event. I did not invite Majid Nawaz and Kulliam, but received no reply. Now, I'm asking a simple question. It's a freedom of speech event. I was even being told, when you come and give your speech, don't talk about Islam. And I was thinking, like, what kind of freedom of speech event is this? Come on board, but we'll tell you what to say and what not to say. Now, didn't Tommy Robinson get banned on Twitter? Wasn't this whole thing one of the main reasons because of this? You're holding an event because you got banned on Twitter, but when Ali Dawah comes, he does the same thing. You can hold this one. Now, I'm going to mention 5 clear-cut hypocrisy of Tommy Robinson.
Since Moses come down,
guys,
I'll take the Shahada soon.
Do we not know Tommy Robinson is known that if any of his followers attend his march and they usually get in trouble at work and they get sacked because they support far right, Tommy Robinson makes it a mission to go to the employer's door and say, why did you sack this woman? Guess what Tommy Robinson did? Sacked Lucy. He sacked Lucy. So the same guy who goes to employer's door and defends the right of his people that support him sacked Lucy.
That was their precise reaction. I don't care.
Now guys, who remembers Tommy Robinson going and knocking on this person's door? Everybody remembers it, yeah? But when Tommy Robinson does it, it's okay. It's fine. You know, it's all right. I was speaking to one Zionist guy. I go, don't you remember him doing that? He's like, yeah, he did. But at the end, they start hugging. Do you guys remember me? I did not even go to his house. I did not even go to his house because I'm not him. I asked him for a discussion, a debate, and I went near his area. And what happened? What happened? He lost his mind. He went to the police station. How dare you come near my area? When you do it, it's fine.
Grown men acting like women, look. Grown men acting like women.
Where's the other thing?
He's talking about the final. You're threatening me. And my picture as well. Did you hear that? My picture as well.
Brother, leave him. Now I want to ask you guys a question that Russia Today asked.
Oh, they're a good source of independent journalism.
Milo, Tommy Robinson, I'm not going to say Sargon of Akkad, because he went on stage and defended me. Is Milo and Tommy a hypocrite? 100%. They showed their true face that day. True face. Sorry. You want more evidence? This is Kalen, another organizer on the event. What does he say? Hi Ali, I'm sending you a formal invitation, 5-minute slot. Look at that. Tommy knew very well I was coming. Now you guys can't really see this, but this is the time where Tommy Robinson was in France and punched an immigrant, an African immigrant. Look, when Tommy punches people, it's fine, it's okay. But when Mohammed Hijab and me are encircled in a corner by 100 thugs who are saying we're going to kill you, when Mohammed Hijab puts his gum shield to protect himself, how dare you do that? How dare you do that? And we got hypocrites who are here recording. Hypocrites! Hypocrites! You hypocrite! You hypocrite, fam! You're a hypocrite, fam! You hypocrite! And we got, where's the other one? Where's the other one? Another hypocrite, yeah? Guys, when Tommy punches somebody, a black man, yeah? Okay, and we're coming and told, you guys, you're Arab slave masters. Bruv, Tommy's your slave master. Tommy's your slave master that whatever he does, yes master, you're right master, okay master.
At least I don't cash.
This is what you did. No one's talking to you, bruv, I'm talking to someone else. So you can see the hypocrisy, yeah? Now.
So maybe they could procreate, you know, I mean, it's actually benefit.
Hold this, I don't need this, yeah? 1 second. Hold this.
Let's see if
Hold
we
this.
can get Ali to
Hold this.
apologize today for his racial comment.
Now guys, what does that say? Can anybody see my name?
Because you're too uptight, you've got no sense of humor.
Can anybody see my name?
Yes.
Where? Where?
On the Photoshop.
This one. This one. Oh, this one. This one, yeah? This paper was in Tommy's hand. Like this. It was there. He knew very clearly.
Not using.
Aki, please, I beg you. Wallahi, I beg you. Brother.
Free speech.
Please, Aki, please.
Free speech.
Now, guys, after the event, I got some lovely messages. This is Ian. I see to Ian. Okay, why do you hate Muslims so much? Would you try to harm me if you saw me in public? Be honest. And if yes, why? He said, you trying to get me to say something so you can run to the feds. In other words, if I see you, I'm going to do something.
Ready to die.
There you go.
You got to defend yourself.
This is one of the speakers, Milo, yeah, who supports pedophilia. yeah? He was on a show with Joe Rogan, yeah? And he's there, and he's talking, he goes, yeah, when I was 13, there's sisters here, maybe just close your ears, sisters, please, yeah? With all due respect, yeah? He goes, I was doing something to the priest when I was 13 years old. And he's promoting that. And he's promoting that. Guys, there's one more paper. There's one more paper. One more. Has anyone got the last one? Okay. Now, guys, just to finish off, just imagine we Muslims hold an event. We invite Tommy Robinson.
Never.
We invite, imagine, yeah?
Never imagine that.
Okay, we invite Tommy Robinson. And Tommy Robinson gets encircled by Muslim guys. And Tommy Robinson says, you know what, I need to put my gum shield. If Tommy Robinson put his gun shield, I swear to God. And I'm going to say this because, let me tell you something. I don't believe the word Uncle Tom is a racial slur. If you prove it to me, I'll apologize. I'll apologize because he can be an Uncle Tom. I can be an Uncle Tom. Anyone can be Uncle Tom. So till you prove to me that it's a racial slur, I'll come publicly and say I'm sorry. So there's another Uncle Tom there, yeah? Okay. And there's another Uncle Tom. And another Uncle Tom, yeah? Okay. So all I'm gonna say is this. Can I have some water? Can I have some water?
He's calling Asians and blacks Uncle Toms. And you're not saying nothing. Come on.
Certain people.
I don't want to be Uncle,
Thank you. So now, guys, prove to me after this that it's a racial slur, I'll do a public apology. So, Banda, I'm not Sadiq Khan. I'm not Sadiq Khan, bruv. So, guys, imagine a Muslim, imagine Tommy Robinson getting encircled by Muslims, puts his gum shield on. They would make these Uncle Toms, I swear to God, they'll be like, yeah, but he was protecting himself. Yeah, but they were doing this, they were doing that. So guys, just to sum up, do not forget this day. Do not forget it. Do not forget this day. Do not forget this day. Do not forget this day. Do not forget it. Do not forget what happened to us. And believe me, if we don't put a stop to this, another Holocaust would happen. If they have the power, I swear to God, I've said it before, they will slaughter us. So I thank you everybody for listening. Is there anything you want to say? Come.
You support free speech of both.
Thank you for listening.
It's about free speech.
Oh, 1 second.
That's missing a little bit.
This is I don't have anything planned, to be honest with you. I wasn't even gonna come today. I don't really have a reason to come. But let me tell you something. No. I wanna put a message forward. I wanna put a message forward for the enemies. This is my message, yeah? To the enemies. You know, Ali ibn Abi Talib, we believe in, is like the cousin of the Prophet Muhammad. He said something really interesting, yeah? He said, "Ihbib habibaka hawnan ma." He said, love the one who you love with moderation. Asa an yakuna baghidaka yawman ma. One day he might be someone you hate. Wabghid baghidaka hawnan ma. And hate the one you hate with moderation. Asa an yakuna habibaka yawman ma. One day he might be someone that you love. My message to the enemies is as follows. The enemies of Islam, the enemies of the Muslims, the enemies who have made us the enemies, not the ones who we have made the enemies, because we're not here making enemies. We're here, yeah, with our arms open. But the truth is this, we do have enemies. So here's what I say to the enemies. First and foremost, the only thing that's guaranteed in this life is death. Believe me. It's the one thing that's guaranteed. We have one thing that's guaranteed is the indeterminacy of life. Yeah, we have short moments of this world that we're going to live, and then we're going to meet the grave. Now, we have interactions we can forge with one another. We can decide to have animosity and enmity towards one another. That is a decision we can take and make. Or we can decide, on the other hand, to actually listen to one another, interact with one another, and build bridges with one another. Look, let me tell you something, yeah? I went to the rally, and about 50 people tried to attack me physically, right? I don't care about that. I wasn't hurt, I wasn't scathed, I wasn't harmed, I wasn't even bruised, alhamdulillah. I'm not a victim. I believe that those who attack me, they're the real victims. Do you know why? Because they're victims of ignorance. They're victims of not looking at the world through facts, but through narrative. They're blindfolded. They're in a world blindfolded. I'm not a victim. I've never been a victim. I didn't tell Ali and anyone else here to come up with these pictures. They did that of their own volition. I don't want to be known as a victim. I don't want your sympathy, and I don't want your apology. Trust me, I say this directly to Tommy Robinson's fans, and to the ultra-right, and to all of those who hate Islam, and to all of those who are watching the Muslims in the West and elsewhere. We necessarily don't hate you or want to hate you. We don't want to hate you. Yeah? And this is directly to the enemies of Islam. You know who you are. You know who my enemies are. Do you know, honestly, let me tell you something. Raj, be quiet for a second. What I was going to say was, as for the enemies, honestly, I say this with all sympathy and all honesty and all sincerity. And God is my witness here today. We care for you. What did you say? Yes, I'll say it one more time. Wallahi, yeah, let me tell you something. The enemies, yeah, we can have enmity towards one another, but us as the Muslims, we care for you. Despite what you've done to us, despite the fact that you... Hold on, anyone you want to add. We care for you. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Let me tell you what I mean by that. When we say that we care for you, that we believe that our religion, our Prophet, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he was sent as a mercy to all of humankind. We do believe that. We haven't sent you, the Quran says about Prophet Muhammad, except for a mercy to all of humankind. So for us, yeah, I'm not here trying to defend myself. I don't need defense. I'm going to die. In 20 or 30 years' time, I'm not going to exist. Yeah? You're going to die. We're all going to die. So here's the reality, yeah? What I'm saying to you guys is, we care for you. Honestly, wallahi, we care for you. I swear to God, we care for the enemies. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he cared for his enemies. Despite the fact that he was in Mecca and people were doing way worse, I mean, to him than what happened to me. What happened to me was not even a drop in the ocean compared to what he faced, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He went to Taif, a hostile place, and he was pelted with stones to the extent where blood was dripping from his face. He went by himself. He didn't go with anyone. He didn't need backup. He didn't want backup. We didn't go with backup because we didn't have an intention to provoke. We had the intention, yeah, we have gum shields because to defend ourselves. Having said that, we didn't have no intention to provoke. We came in small numbers. We wanted to share the message of Islam. We wanted to discuss with the people what Islam was and alleviate their ignorance from them. Having said that, guys, here's what I say. Here's what I say to the people, honestly, yeah? Honestly. I know you guys have serious grievances. I know the Muslim community have not been the best. I am the first one to agree with that. Do you know, we, as the Muslim community, have made not one mistake but many mistakes. Me as a Muslim man, I'm not here to defend myself, because if I was here to defend myself, let me tell you something. If I was here to defend myself, I would lose every battle. I'm an imperfect being. Yeah, I know that I make mistakes. I make mistakes on a daily basis. I'm not here to defend my own ego. Right. So I'm here to talk to you about what I believe is truth. Yeah. And here's the point, guys. We can coexist. And this is the point. Listen, wallahi, yeah, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. As Muslims and non-Muslims, in any given space, in any given domain, this is the message I want to put out there. We can and we will coexist, inshallah. There was convivencia, yeah, there was convivencia in Spain. There was some kind of system within the Ottomans. There was systems in place at the Prophet Muhammad's time. There were Jews and Christians, and there were Magians, and they all coexisted. The Quran says, "La ikraha fi ad-dini, qad tabayyana ar-rushd min al-ghayy." There is no compulsion in religion. There is no compulsion in religion, and truth is clear from falsehood. We say clearly, we are not here to try and force you to do anything. We don't want to compel you to do anything. We simply want to say to you, look, let's converse, let's discuss. We don't need to fight. And look, generally speaking, here's what I say. Here's what I say. I have a lot of enemies. I haven't got a problem. Wallahi, wallahi, let me tell you something. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he had enemies. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he had enemies. And let me tell you something about animosity and enmity. Animosity and enmity is a byproduct of success. Wallah al-azim, uqsimu billah al-azim. We are just some working class guys that came to Speaker's Corner one day, me and Ali and these guys here and other guys. We're talking about Islam, and now we're making newspapers and we're making headlines. And we're making enemies as well. All your animosity and enmity is showing. All of your animosity and enmity is showing is that we are successful and that what we're doing is working and that you're getting angry as a result of it. That's not a problem. To finish off, I don't want to spend all day today. To finish off, let's say what's past is past. We've made mistakes, you've made mistakes. Honestly, no problem. What's past is past. I repeal what I've done in the past. I'm abrogating what I've done in the past. To the enemies and to the Muslims and to the believers and to the disbelievers, to everyone, I make an honest invitation today to start from afresh and from anew. If you don't want to be a Muslim or understand Islam or be educated on Islam, that's fine. La ikraha fi din. The Quran says, Lasta alayhim bimusaytir. You're not going to compel and force them to be Muslims. To the Prophet Muhammad. That's not our ambition, actually, to be honest with you. Yeah? What I'm saying is today, we can decide to walk forward as communities